Alright guys, so my braids are looking a hot, matted, ugly mess. Oh yeah, you're just nasty, but we can fix it, okay? So first thing you're gonna need is mousse or foam. In this video I only use foam, a brush, some water in a spray bottle, and a whole bunch of perm rods, okay? Whole bunch. And some alligator clips, a thing with a nozzle, like a bottle with a nozzle on it to get to your roots, and scrunchies for parting. Alright, so now I'm just parting my hair into about 4 to 5 sections. It would usually be 4, but because I have a part that flips over a little farther than usual on the right side, technically for me it's on the left side, but looking at me like in your position is on the right side. So I had to make 5 sections, and well, right now I only have 2, but with the third one I'm working on right now. So first things first, I'm going to spray the section with water to get it a little bit, it's easier for me to work with when it's wet. It's harder to work with when it's dry. And I'm just taking my time with my fingers. This is a kind of a long process, but if you don't want to rip out a whole bunch of hair while you're doing this, then you're going to want to go with your fingers first. At least the more tangled sections. If your sections are relatively smooth and you just need a brush, then just go ahead with the brush, as I am doing now. So now I'm just going over the section with a brush over and over and over again until I know it's absolutely and completely tangle free. Like right now I just found a tiny one, and I personally go through, like if I'm doing this, I'm going all out. So if I see even the tiniest tangle, I am picking it out as much as I can. Like the one I'm talking at right now, yeah, I'm picking it out as much as I can, because if you try to put that on the perm rod, then the tangle is gonna curl into everything else, and that just doesn't look right. It gets really messy, and it just lets the style not last even faster. See, now there's just a big knot that I can't be bothered to go through with my hands. So those really big ones, just snip, okay? Don't waste your time trying to do all of that. People have lives. Doing this already doing this is time consuming. You don't want to waste time where you don't have to waste time. So I just continue brushing. This was one of my most taxing sections. Like, it was extremely tangled, because the sections at the back are usually the more tangled ones. And then at the end, at the end of me detangling the section, I just kind of cut off the ends, because the ends are usually really matted and yucky despite combing it out. Because this is synthetic hair. Even with real hair, you know, split ends, but especially with synthetic hair, it gets tangled really easily. Now, just doing a basic 2-strand twist to keep the sections that I just detangled nice and together. And I'm not sealing, but I'm holding it together with a little bobby pin that I got from Shop Miss A. It's 150 pieces for $1, guys. 150 $1? Like $1? Nobody understands how much I love it. All right, as you can see there, I just cut it again just to make sure that, because sometimes even before I start brushing, I see that there are some ridiculous pieces that just need to be snipped, so I just snip, okay? Now, ignore my ugly faces. I'm just brushing it out, brushing as much as possible. And now I'm gonna spray it down and do my little 2-strand twist. And I just do this throughout the entirety of my hair, head, hair, whatever. If you were wondering, this hair before I manipulated it and did all of this to it was actually like 28 inches, I think. And it was the Loose Wave by Freetress, I believe, and it was just crochet braids that I got installed. So yeah, and these last for about a week and a half, a month and a half to 2 months. I got this before school started, and I changed it up about 3 weeks into it, or 4 weeks into it. And now I'm just going in with my scalp with a little water mixed with coconut oil and castor oil, because I need both, and just rubbing it into my scalp, because my scalp gets dry, and you know, these protective styles aren't going to have your hair grow unless you're taking care of your scalp. So some people, they wonder why they have like box braids in for like 3 months, which I don't personally recommend, but yeah, 3 months, and then they see no hair growth. Well, one, when they're taking out the box braids, they accidentally, you know, cut off your hair when they cut the box braids. And 2, you're not doing anything to get the growth. Like, if your scalp doesn't remain moist and loved and exfoliated, I suppose, and that's just you rubbing your hands through it and stuff, or on it and stuff, then there's no point of you getting the protective style, because yeah, it's going to protect your hair, but it's not going to help grow it. And this is just my hair after I finished brushing it out. Me doing my little dance. But yeah, so this is the finished look after it's all brushed out. And occasionally, even now, I just kind of leave it like that when I don't feel like doing all of this. I just kind of brush out the hair and call it a day. I might put it in a bun and that's it, and it looks really cute. So now I'm just making sections again, 3 or 4 this time, I believe. Yeah, 4 sections, and I'm working on this 4th one, and everything's nice and detangled. Now I'm just taking one tiny thing. You can, depending on how big you want your curls and how big you have your perm rods, because the orange ones are relatively small. They have bigger ones. I think like the red ones are bigger, and they have skinnier ones. That's how big your curls are going to be. So you can have those big Shirley Temple curls, or like more 3B, 3A curl. I think this is more like what I get is like a 3 or a 2C, honestly. But now I'm just slowly wrapping it around the perm rod from as close to my roots, or like where the crochet braids are positioned on my head, as possible, and wrapping it around until the end, and then securing it. Here I'm going again. I get another small section. Get my perm. Oh, this time, oh yeah, I'm showing you if you're using it on a different kind of hair, where the like if it's like not synthetic hair, it's real hair. Although I don't know why you would do crochet braids with real hair, but if it's like a sew-in or something like that, and you want to do the same style with perm rods, using heat, which I go on to do in the video, like dipping in hot water isn't going to have the same effect, because synthetic hair uses that for a reason. You have to use like foam or something like that if you're using it on your real hair, or real hair in general, like human hair. It's a sew-in, and you could still use the same process, get as close to the root, wrap it around the perm rod, then close off the base. If you need to use a bobby pin to secure it, then go ahead. But if you're going to do it with your real hair, or real hair in general, then you cannot, I repeat, cannot just use heat and expect after you use that heat it's just gonna, be fine. Like, no, you will have no curls. You will wake up in the morning ready to take it down and be so upset. You're just like, oh, okay, wow, okay. Like, no, you can't do that, all right? You actually have to use some sort of curling medium to get the curls that you want when it's not on synthetic hair. Which is why synthetic hair is easier, but then it's the whole tangling mess that makes it just harder and irritating. But yeah, now I'm going throughout the entirety of my head with the perm rods, occasionally respraying and brushing as needed if new tangles have formed. Once again, synthetic hair, it tangles very, very easily. And wrapping around, sealing it off. Alright, now, this is after I've already, excuse the blurriness, guys, I'm sorry, my camera wasn't focusing. This is after I already took down put everything up, and then, like, put my hair up, like, got all of the perm rods in, and then, went and did the heat to my hair. I was going to record it on camera, but I'm very clumsy and would have burned myself, okay? So yeah, this is what happened. Like, some of them, like that first one I took out, as you can see, was not curled properly. I guess I either missed it or didn't have it in the water for long enough. So I just put it back in and went back and redid that. I redid a few of them, because it's harder to do when you have so many on your head. See, it came loose again. Another thing, if they come loose, it's hard for it to get the curl. Like that curl right there it's more wavy than curly that I would want. Several of the ones at the back, I just didn't get those properly. But eventually, like later on, I'll show you how to kind of fix that. So, see, that one came out a little bit more curly. And the undoing process is quite easy. You just, oh, that one was gorgeous. You just take off the top of the cap of the perm rod and then kind of unscrew it, like pull the perm rod out from the curl. Sorry, my shirt was getting really wet, so I had to put on a towel over my shoulders. So yeah, this is what I dropped one. This is what the almost finished product looks like. And I'm showing you again how to do it. You just uncap it and pull it through. Uncap it and pull it through, or pull it out. That one, I feel like that's why several of them didn't come out as prettily. I could have taken them down better, but I was kind of rushing because it was really late and I was just trying to get this video recorded. But yeah, I don't know why I made that face. Oh, I was watching a video. But yeah, so I got the rest of them done. Uncap, pull it through. This side of my hair came out much looser than I wanted it to. The other side, it doesn't seem as horrible now, but like in the other side, you can see, like when I dry it and everything, it looks really bad. But I just ended up cutting it after the video, so yeah. All right, so this is what it looks like fresh out of the, look at it. Fresh out of it. You can kind of see my cornrows at the back right there because the curls aren't puffed up enough yet. By the way, if you do this and you have your hair like it's your real hair, or real hair in general, like human hair, you cannot, repeat, cannot take it right after you do it. You can with synthetic hair because the curl is already set. The hot water has melted the plastic to form around because synthetic hair is basically plastic, to form around it. And as you can see, I'm just using my blow dryer to kind of like puff out the curls and dry it a little bit because I didn't want to get don't want to go to sleep with like wet hair. But yeah, when you're using your real hair, you have to let it set overnight because the lotion needs time to like set it. And as you can see now, this is what the dried side looks like. It's all puffy and curly and a little bit frizzy, but that's the way I like it. The other side is really flat, so that's why I dried it. My shirt is so wet right now. It got so wet. See, I had to cover up. But yeah, unfortunately this side, despite me drying it and puffing it while I was drying it, it still came out really flat. So I had to go back and redo some of them. It was really tiring and annoying, but gotta do what you gotta do. And then even after that, I kind of had to cut it. But this is a method you can try if you get into a jam like me. You can actually kind of hold up the hair as I was doing before into this kind of squish position so that it might dry in that kind of curl, like a tighter curl. And now you can see what the curls look like, you know, much more full. You can no longer see my my cornrows, and that's basically the finished result, guys. Like, look at me thinking I'm cute. That side of my hair was just gorgeous, and then the other side was just playing games, man, just playing all types of games. I was not happy with it after it. I had to go and fix everything, and I'm kind of fluffing out, hoping that the side will fluff up. It didn't. That's okay though. But that other side is really came out really well. But you know what? It's hard out here. Things happen. You make mistakes. Okay? You make mistakes. You just kind of learn how to fix them. And all I really did was cut it a little bit. The side that's too long. As you can see, like there are several inches. The left side is several inches longer than the right. But yeah, guys, I had to change my shirt. It got really wet. So this is the finished result. I ended up cutting after I finished the video. I hope you enjoy. Bye.